All right, here's part 2 of the video. We're going to get into function notation now, probably one of my favorite things. Highlight this. Okay, function notation is really just an equation, means same as y equals, but it's just written a little differently. So I'm going to put same as but the way it's written tells you what to evaluate the function for. So function notation would have the f of x or some variable of x. This says f of x. And really, if I were to look at the equation y equals 2x plus 3, it's literally the same thing as y equals. So I could change this to f of x equals 2x plus 3. And now what we can do with this function notation is say a lot but write a little. So when I put f of 2, where I'm going to say find f of 2, it's literally saying find me when x is 2. Evaluate this expression when x is 2. So to do that, we would just put in f of 2 equals 2x plus 3. And since x is 2, we're just going to evaluate that when x is 2. So we have 2 times 2, which is 4, plus 2, which gives me, oops, I'm sorry. Should be a 3, right? Change that. All right, so it's 2x plus 3, so we're evaluating that 2 times 2 plus 3. So that gives me 4 plus 3, which gives me 7. So ultimately, f of 2, the function evaluated when x is 2, is 7. It's just a shorthand way of writing evaluate this expression when x is 2. All right, let's try another one. All right, so let's say I get f of g equals 4g plus 7. We're going to find f of 10. So to do this again, we're looking at f of 10. So instead of g, we're going to put 10 in there and evaluate. So f of 10 equals 40 plus 7. So f of 10 equals 47. This is your function notation. If I did f of g equals 4g plus 7 again, but this time I want you to find f of 10 and then add 1. This is where our brackets come in nice and handy. Because what this is saying is I want you to evaluate this function for when g is 10 and then take what you get and add 1 to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to find f of 10 plus 1. So we're going to take this 4g, but I've got a 10 in here, plus 7. And then I'm going to take what I get and add 1 to it. So here's my f of 10 plus 1 equals, all right, so I have the 40 plus 7 inside brackets here, plus the 1 from the actual problem. So I have f of 10 plus 1 equals 47 plus 1. So I get 48 altogether. Okay, let's try a trickier one. If I were to try f of g equals 4g plus 7, we're going to find f of negative 1 plus f of negative 2. So this time I have to evaluate this expression twice, take what I get in each one, and add them together. So I'm going to take f of negative 1 plus f of negative 2. All right, here's my f of negative 1 function. So I'm going to take my 4 times negative 1 plus 7 There's my first one where I've evaluated that function for -1. And then I get to add that to my second one, 4 times -2 plus 7. And then I get to do some math. So I get 4 times -1 is -4 plus 7. And then I have the -8 plus 7. So I get 3 plus -1, which gives me 2. So f -1 plus f -2 was that. F of -1 plus f -2 equals 2. Okay. Now, let's see if I were to try. I need some more space to write. H, backwards, H of t equals -16t squared plus 68t plus 2. We're going to find f, or sorry, not find. We're going to find and evaluate when t is 4. So I'm going to take my -16, 4 squared, plus 68 times 4 plus 2. So -16 times 16 plus 68 times 4 plus 2. So we have -256 plus 272 plus 2. So I end up getting 18 in the end. All right, let's try. Same equation, we're going to find 2h of g. So we're going to evaluate whatever this function is for g and then multiply it by 2h. Or, I'm sorry, 2 times whatever this is. Okay, so it looks like we're replacing our t with a g. So I have my -16t squared, but I want to put the g in there. Plus 68 times g plus 2. And then I'm going to take everything that I have here and multiply that by 2. So now the thing is, I don't know what g is, so I really can't do much. So I have the 2 times -16g squared plus 68g plus 2. And this is where our distributive property comes in. You have the -32, the 2 times the -16, 2 times 68, oops, and this is g squared, plus 136g, and then the 2 times the 2 gives me 4. And because, again, I don't know what g is, I can't really go any farther than this. Okay. Let's find f of x plus 3. If f of x equals 3x plus 2. Alright, so instead of x, we need to put x plus 3 in there. So this is a fun one. If I get 3 times whatever x is, and they want me to put x plus 3 in here, and then I have the plus 2. We get to use the distributive property. So we have 3x plus 9 plus 2. Combine like terms, you get 3x plus 11. And we don't know what x is, so we can't go any farther than that. Okay, so there are some review problems that I'm going to have you put into your notebook. We are all done with chapter 1, so you will be getting a chapter review after you do your 1.7 functions paper. So when you come back, please make sure you have these review problems written down along with your chapter 1 done. Well, actually everything else done, but we're going to kind of look at these review questions together as well, just to make sure that we're ready to go for your chapter 1 test. The first one that I want us to write down and do on your own is this 1/4 times 2x plus 8y minus 1/2 x. Would you, on this one, go through one step at a time using your properties and list out every property used in every step? There are 5 of them. What are the steps used? What are the properties used in every step? Okay. I also want us to do some more distributive property stuff and combining like terms. So I'm going to have us do this one as well. If I were to do 10 minus 2 times 3x plus 2y, what does that simplify down to? Combine like terms if you can. Let's try 4x times the quantity 2x minus 7 plus 6 times x squared minus 17. Distribute and simplify and combine like terms. Let's try 4x minus 8 times the quantity 3x plus 4. And I think there's another one that I'd like us to do. For fun, let's do another function notation one. Let's try, if I were to give you f of x equals 2x plus 6, and, nope, not f, let's do g equals negative 2x squared plus x. Oops. What I'm going to have you do is find f of 3 plus g of 1. Okay, so those are your warm-up problems for the next time I see you. Also warm up and good review for your chapter test, okay? Yeah, other than that, I think we're good to go. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me, and have a good weekend.